A lot of people want to blame eBay for not being able to make sales, and yeah, maybe some of your listings aren't showing up where they should be, but there's something you can do about it. So take some accountability for the business and stop blaming the platform. This video is going to be about the 3 most important factors to making sales in Q4 to make sure you guys are doing everything correctly with your listings to ensure you are able to have success and make this Q4 a great one. So let's dive right in. Number 1 has to do if you're still sourcing your items. Personally, I've gotten most of my inventory. I've been stacking up the whole year. I'm always thinking ahead for Q4, so I'm always making sure to stack up that inventory. But there's still deals to be had, and there's still good sourcing opportunities out there. Just make sure that when you're sourcing, you're looking up the sell-through rates, making sure those items are selling, and making sure that you are able to make a profit. All right, so let's run an example here. I'm going to run a few examples in this video. I've got my second account up on my iPad, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use this pair of shoes. Actually, to be completely transparent, this is just a box, but we're going to act like we have the shoes just to show you guys. So all we're going to do is type in that code right there into eBay, which we have, and that is up on the screen now. And we're going to sort by new because we're going to assume these are new and not used. So sort by new. So to find the sell-through rate, let me get a pen here so I can write this stuff down. To find the sell-through rate, we're going to look here at the bottom where it says 36 results. That means there's 36 actives of these. We can also sort by size, but first we're going to sort by just the shoe alone just to make sure that shoe is selling. Next, we're going to come down here in the filters and go to sold items. And we can see we have 13 items that have sold. Brand new condition of these. And it seems like the rates are between like $50 and $60, a couple down to like 40. So now we come over to our calculator. We're going to do 13 divided by 36. That's a 36% sell-through rate. Not great, but you also have to remember it's not golf season. These will sell through faster in the summer. So if you're finding these at good prices, then honestly, it's not a bad thing to hold it till next summer. Remember to always view your inventory as investments. And you can also check Terapeak on those. I've got a video coming on Terapeak where I'm going to explain how to use that and what it is. It's basically just a product research tool for eBay, but past the 90 days, which is really nice. You can see what out of season things are selling for in season. But typically for sell-through rate, if you're like starting out and you're not looking for those longer term flips, I would not go any lower than like 50% sell-through rate. So that would be something that has 100 listed, 50 sold. If it's got 100 listed, 100 sold, 100% sell-through rate, that's going to be fantastic. And you're really going to want to pick that up. As long as the price point is somewhere you can make profit. If these were sitting on the shelf for $25, I would completely pass because we saw some between 40 and 50 and that's just not worth my time. Which leads us into number 2, which is making sure your items are listed at the trending rate. And first I want to say the trending rate is not what it like recommends when you're doing the buy it now option where it says this is the trending rate. Like those aren't accurate at all. Those are pulling from a lot of items that aren't that exact item. The trending rate comes from what we just looked at, those sold comps there. And I'd say if I was listing these, we'll still use these as an example. I would probably list these at like $55, like on the money, because we saw a lot at like 40 plus shipping. I would do $54.99 free ship. You just have to make sure that you're competitive. And say you see a bunch of stuff selling for $55 free shipping and you list for $55 plus shipping. Why in the world would someone buy yours? So you have to also view it as a total cost. And I think a lot of people struggle with this on eBay because they don't understand the shipping rates. But if you truly want to make sales, you need to make sure that you're viewing it as a total cost. So if something's trending at $55, you can either do $45 plus 10 shipping or $55 free shipping. I don't really recommend doing calculated shipping because you're not going to make many sales and you're just not going to be competitive with the market. You just need to make sure when you're doing it this way of building it in as a total cost that you know how much things cost to ship. And you can easily do this by using the eBay shipping calculator or the Pirate Ship shipping calculator, plugging in different zip codes, different weight and dimensions. When I was learning, this was a great way to do it. Like when I would find something that was over a pound, I would just plug in the weight and dimensions, just rough estimations. Like when I'm in the store, put it to a zip code in California because I'm in Ohio, and that would be the worst case scenario shipping. Now, I pretty much know what things are going to cost to ship, so I don't have to do that, but when you're starting out, that's a great way to learn what those rates are and learn if you can build them in or not. If you can build in that worst case scenario shipping option and you're still making a decent profit, it's worth it, and then if it goes closer, you make even more money. And number 3, pulling down the stale listings. I've shown this before in the past, but I'm going to show it again here. All right, so I'm in my listings here, and these two things were listed at the same time, so this is how you kind of know that it's stale. Also, it's important to note that eBay views are broken. They don't always work. I have a lot of stuff that says 0 views, but this one happened to go in and it actually worked. So the bottom Dodgers hat has 165 views, 33 watchers, and then the top Yankees hat that was listed at the same exact time has 2 views, 0 watchers. So I go off the watchers number. So when we click on that, it'll actually say when it was listed, February 11th of this year. And 0 watchers not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to end that item. And be careful here. You don't want to do broken or listing contains an error. You want to do item no longer available for sale. Boom. We're going to end that. Then here, we don't want to relist it. We want to do sell similar. So we're going to hit sell similar. And then all we have to do is change a word in the title. However, I forgot to mention that I researched the market on this. This goes back to pricing, and I'd say 47 cleanup brand Yankees hats are going more for like $25 to $28. So my listing price was a little high of 30. So we're going to also change the price, but all we have to do here is change around something in the title. So we're going to change around that, just move hat. It's literally that simple. Just change around something so it gets registered as a brand new listing. Come down here to price. We're going to do $27.99. We have 2 of those. I don't know why the shipping service didn't hold. Again, we do free shipping on everything. And then let's throw a 2% promotion on it. I don't notice a difference in promoted rates. I've gotten asked that a lot. I think it's just a money grab personally by eBay. I don't notice anything. I've tried higher ones and I don't notice they do anything different than 2%. So 2% should do the job. List the item. And also that counts as a brand new listing for the day. So I always tell you guys to list every single day, and that goes along with this stale listings thing. You want to make sure that you're constantly listing every single day in Q4 so that eBay continues to push all of your listings in the algorithm. And also pulling down all of these stale listings is a great way to get those listings up and to put things back out there at the top of the eBay algorithm with the correct price and have a better chance to sell than if it was just sitting there for months. So further explaining this, basically stale listings, I would say anything over like 4 to 6 months that doesn't have any watchers in a category that it should sell. Like I'm not expecting that Yankees hat to sell in 4 to 6 months, if that makes sense, but it needs to see some action. It needs to have a few watchers at least in that time, or it's not getting pushed in the algorithm. So it's time to pull it down and put it back up and try something else. So am I really pulling all of my eBay listings? I'm not pulling 100% of my listings, but over this last week and over the next week, I've been going through and pulling down hundreds of listings and putting them back up at the current rates, tweaking any little things that I've messed up maybe in the listings that caused it not to work. And I'm selling similar on them and putting them back up. So I'm essentially resetting my store here for Q4. And I hope to have this done like before Thanksgiving so that everything is ready to go and my store is ready to rock and roll for Q4 right before Christmas. So I hope these tips were helpful to you and your business. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave them down below. If you're interested in joining my reselling community, you can join that first link in the description for daily in-store and online leads. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.